Hey everybody, it's Missy from Shimmerz again, and I'm so excited to show you today's experiment with Shimmerz. I hope you love this as much as I did because I think it turns out super cool. And I have some punches that I pulled out, and I'll talk about those later. But what I'm going to do is take some Shimmerz sprays and spray them onto a transparency. And this is just a transparency. It's 8.5 by 11. I've got a box of them that I got from Staples, and you know, you can get these in an office supplies store or section of a store. And I originally thought I was gonna spray these sprays onto the transparency and then use my punches to punch them out to create really cool embellishments. And it turns out really cool. So let me show you what I'm doing here. Super simple. This is Vibes in Snow Way Man. It's one of the new colors. I'm just mixing them up here, rubbing them through my hands to get the powders mixed in with the color, and then spraying it randomly onto this transparency. This is Colorings in Well Blue Me Down. It's a very pretty teal color. This is Colorings Pretty in Pink, and I've had some of these bottles for a very long time. These are still the older style bottles, and I need to go through and clean some of my nozzles because since I've had them for so long, some of them are spraying very narrow. So I've got all my colors sprayed here. I used Vibes Sunset Strip and Colorings No Yoking as well. Now I used my heat gun on this, and it did not warp my transparency at all. The key to this was to kind of tilting the paper here and there, the background paper that I'm using, and to not hold the heat gun too long in one place. But I did not have a problem with it. And look how cool this looks as it dries. Obviously it's a transparency, so the color, the liquid is going to pool up. But when I started to use my heat gun and kind of twist and turn everything, it really created these cool little patterns, and just it blended together some of the colors, and then it spread some of them out. Very, very cool here. And my transparency is still intact. So it kind of, when my blue dried, it got a little light, so I'm going to add some more to it and then come back in with my heat gun again. And I did try to dab some up with a napkin, but I felt like it dabbed up too much of the color. So I want to steer clear of the napkins and just let it air dry or use the heat gun. And this just looks super neat. Now, here it's dry, and I put it on some crisp white cardstock so you can see the true color there. But I think this would be cool to attach this to a white background and frame it. I love how this looks. It's super cool. It almost looks marbled in some areas, and it's just neat. The effect of this is super cool. Now, knowing me, I would love to use something like this as a background. So I pulled out a black and white photo just to kind of see what it would look like as a start for some type of background. And I think that looks neat. And again, you could do this with whatever colors you wanted to. Now here's where I sort of ran into a problem, and it's not the Shimmer's fault and it's not my transparency's fault. I think it's because my punches need to be sharpened, because I tried my circle punch, 2 of them, and it would not punch the transparency. Wouldn't go all the way through. I tried my heart punch and it did the same thing. It actually got stuck. I think I need to sharpen my punches by punching them with some tin foil. That's what someone told me to do. But these are old, had them for a long time, and they just did not work. So I pulled out a square punch that's fairly new, and it worked perfectly. Now you could probably put this on your Cameo mat and cut something out of it, or just use your scissors and cut. But I punched out these little squares, and wait until you see these up close. I was so excited about how these turned out. They look so neat. And I'm definitely going to do this again very soon. Just search around the area that you colored and find some very interesting spots. I like to look for the spots where the colors blended, or you know, where the green meets the blue. Sometimes just where the blue is sort of spaced out. It's just so pretty. And when you punch these into tiny little shapes, wait till you see this, you guys. I'm obsessed with this. This turned out so pretty. Look at this. Look at this. This is so neat. I love this. And what's better is it's the transparency. So if you put this on top of something, you know, black and white, a pattern paper, you're going to be able to see that through these. Love it. Love it. You could journal underneath this or on top of it. Whatever you want. I hope you give this a try. This was super fun, super cool. I'm definitely going to do it again. So thank you so much for watching.